And good morning. It's Monday morning and welcome. I want to talk to you today about your belief system, and I have an incredible story to emphasize just how important the belief system is. What you have in your mind determines how you will be in your life, whether you'll be successful or not. And this is a really good one, so stay tuned for this. So if you're joining me live, please say hello. I'd love to shout out to you and say hello. And also if you're on the replay, let me know where you're coming from. And if we haven't met before, my name is Dodd, and I'm here to encourage, inspire, train, help you in any way I can so that you can bring your business online, use the power of social media so that you don't have to chase after anybody, convince anybody, and instead attract people to you and improve your business. So welcome. And so today's story is really, really good. I got this from one of my mentors, Shayla, so I want to give a shout out to her. Thank you for this story, and it is a true story too, so that makes it even better. So this is why it's so important. I like to Monday morning work on the mindset, and why the mindset is really key, because if we don't have it in our mind, then we can't be successful in our business. Okay, so this story is about a boy in high school, and he was told by his parents that he wouldn't amount to anybody, that he was a loser, and his teachers would also do the same thing. He wasn't going to amount to anything, right? And this happens, and so people keep telling you these things, and it starts to set into your belief. And so this is what happened to him. He wasn't going to amount to anything. He wasn't going to college. He was just going to be a nobody. And so he was on the brink of flunking out of high school. And then one of his teachers convinced him to take the SAT scores, those well, in Canada it's provincial, or, in the States, a higher level exam to see, where you might fit. So he convinced him to take this test. And he said, no, I can't do that. I'm not smart enough, because this was his belief system. But the teacher convinced him. So finally he said, okay, guess what? I'll take the test. So then guess what happened? And these scores might not be exact, but they're pretty close. So it came out that he got a score of 1480, so 1,480 out of 1,600. And so that was phenomenal, a phenomenal score. And so he was amazed, this guy that wasn't going to amount to anything actually had a huge score on this SAT test. And so he thought, okay, I'm on the top of the world. And so he went off to college, and he had, because of this great score, he said, okay, I can do it. Even though, his parents were still badgering him about, not having, the right intelligence and that kind of thing. But he went on and he had a lot of success in college. He started his own business. He had a lot of success in his business, and he had a huge success. So then 10 years later, he was doing really, really well. And then guess what? He gets a letter in the mail. And in the letter, it said that they had made a mistake 10 years ago, and that his SAT score was not 1,480, it was 400 out of 1,600. And all along, this kid thought that he was a genius, but that's what spurred him on to be successful. And 10 years later, he gets this note saying, no, we made a mistake. But it didn't matter, because he had done it. He had switched the switch, and now he believed in himself. And that was the big key. Because he believed in himself, he turned around and created all this success. So when you believe wholeheartedly that you can do something, nothing can stop you. And that's the key. It didn't matter what anybody else said. He believed in himself. So he proved to himself. So that's why mindset is so, so important. Okay, so it can come from somebody else, right? It can be that teacher that pushed him forward to just, you can do it. Having that belief. So the internal belief can, especially initially, come from somebody else. So we need that support from other people, right? I have friends and mentors who I count on to push me forward all the time. So it's hard, especially initially, to get started in believing in yourself. So believe in, it can come from somebody else. But it does have to, be yourself, that unwavering belief in yourself once you get started. That's what happened to him. That's the one defining trait that successful people have, is they have a belief in yourself. So you need to have that belief in yourself. Because if you're there, and I've been there myself, thinking, okay, I think I can, and then I don't know if I can. So you're kind of, in that middle, mixing it up, thinking, yes, one day I can do it. Yes, I can do it. And then the next day, no, I can't do it. Well, that's kind of like straddling the fence. And, that's not good enough. You have to, switch over to that positive side and really believe in yourself. There's no time for that negative stuff. Really believe in yourself. So I have 3 steps for you to help you move into this mindset. And the first of all is to recognize what your mind is telling you. Recognize that it's excuses, that you don't have enough time. Oh, nobody's listening to me. Nobody's listening to my live. They're not coming on my live. They're, not making conversation in my news feed and that kind of thing. Just recognize that those are just excuses and get down into that core belief. But then that goes into number 2, is also a new way of thinking about it, is don't beat yourself up about it. We're going to have bad days for sure. I know I certainly do, especially if you're tired and all the other parts of your life, aren't coming together, whether it's sleep or a relationship, ups and downs in life, then that starts to reflect back into your business. So recognize that you will have bad days and don't make any rash decisions when you're emotional, because the logical mind isn't kicking in when you're emotional. So just recognize that and wait till you're having a good day, a good sleep, and then make your decisions. And the third part about this is the most important, and that's creating the action plan. Because you can believe in yourself all you want, but you can't sit on the couch and just believe and then wait, right? You have to take some kind of action. You can't just sit there. So whatever steps those are, it helps if you have a roadmap. I like to write my goals down every week in my planner. I have a goal for the week, a main goal, and then, maybe every day there's certain different steps. But create an action plan for your belief system, for the mindset, whatever that might be, whether it's affirmation statements and meditation, but also for your business, to have, that plan that you put in place. And I love having a mentor. I have a mentor that coaches me one-on-one every month, and that is huge because I get ready for it. And then, if I'm starting to feel a little bit on the off side, they can pull me back and get me back on the right track and pinpoint where I should be focusing my time and my energy. So I really like having that support, but it can be a friend or a group of friends, a mastermind set, that kind of thing. Someone to, bring you back when you steer off course. And that is huge. That's been a huge benefit to my growth in my business. So commit to, this new belief system and take action every single day consistently. And that will be your guide to success. Start believing in ourselves and get help where we can from our mentors. So how does that feel for you? Does that sound good? If you've gotten value from this, please let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. And thank you. I really appreciate everybody who tunes in and joins me. And I'd love to hear what you have to say in the conversation below. So see you again on Wednesday and Friday. I come live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at approximately 9 a.m. Pacific time in Canada. And so until next time, have a wonderful day, whatever part of the day it is for you. Bye for now.